Hello everyone. Today I want to talk to you about Marmoleum. Marmoleum I've been using for about 5 years now, I suppose. It's superior to the grey lino that is offered in craft shops for lino cut because it's harder and it takes detail a lot more precisely. As I'm carving now, I'm starting to lose you because the meditative act of carving is taking over. I'm using a multiple tool today, something that is designed for engraving. It is a 45/7, which means it has 45 lines per square inch, and there are 7 lines on this one. I'm going to do multiple tools later, but I'm just going to. The reason I'm showing it to you is because this you couldn't do on the grey lino because it's too soft. What it is about lino, right? When I was a lad, we had brown lino, which was a flooring lino. It was also known as battleship lino, and I had lots of teachers who insisted that you put it on the radiator so that it makes it nice and soft, which is not what you want, really. You don't want that. If your tools are nice and keen, if you're not using those red handle gouges that people use, then they should be able to cope with a fairly hard surface. That's what they're for. So there was that, and then grey lino came in about, I'm guessing 25-30 years ago now. It's a long time, it's been around a long time, which is lino made just for lino cut, that's got a higher linseed oil content. And it's fine, it's good. I used it for decades, but the problem is with it is that it's very soft, so that it won't, so you can't crosshatch with it. It won't take that much detail, okay? So Brian Angus introduced me to Marmoleum, which is modern flooring lino. It's got wonderful ecological credentials because it's just made with floor sweepings and hessian. It's made with clay and flax and linseed oil, so it's good for the planet. It's hard, which means it'll take better detail. It's so much cheaper than the grey lino, infinitesimally cheaper, so that's always an incentive, isn't it? Right, so what you've got to do with Marmoleum is you've got to get something called a wet and dry sponge, and you've got to abrade it thoroughly because it comes with a slightly annoying texture on it. You've got to get rid of that because when you're printing you want your surface to be as smooth as possible. And then what I do is I put on a wash of very, very much diluted black acrylic ink, so that when you cut your lines, I don't know if you can see that out there in television land, when you cut your lines you can see where you've cut. I'm confusing the issue slightly here because I've painted white gouache on this block as well. Okay, so that's got to be the top tip for the day, if not the month, if not the year, if not the decade. Switch to Marmoleum. Superior quality, much cheaper.